Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop video review for you today. And today we're looking at the KJWorks KP-16 gas blowback airsoft pistol. And again, this is the tabletop review. I have not shot this gun yet. That field test shooting video will come up probably sometime next week. This gun is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store over at replicaairguns.ca. I will put links in the description if you're interested in buying this product. Now this gun is made by KJWorks out of Taiwan, and it is a replica of what I would consider a tactical 1911 45 semi-auto. You can see it has the vented barrel extension or compensator, whatever you want to call it. Kind of looks like a gun you'd see in some sort of a video game, like the Hitman or something like that, or maybe Tomb Raider. It's not specific to any of these video games or movies, but it is very cool looking and rather unique. So let's get into the specifications. This is a green gas or propane designed gun. At least the magazine that came with this one is green gas or propane. Now you can get a CO2 magazine for it, and I'll show you why. It does have the cutouts for the round CO2 so that you can put it in the mag well. It will fit. And it does have the red internal gas tube which supports CO2 as well. Now since it's a 1911, it does have a single action only trigger. And this gun is full metal with the full metal upper, lower, and even the grips are metal. So it has good weight to it, weighing in at 2.16 pounds or 980 grams. You're also going to find a full-size dropout metal magazine that holds 26 6mm airsoft BBs, along with the gas, which can again be green gas or propane. The total length of this gun is 9.75 inches. The barrel length is 4.5 inches without the extender. I'd say that extender adds another 6 to 7 inches onto the barrel. And this gun is capable of shooting up and over 366 FPS with that barrel extension added to it, which does make it Canada import legal. Now you don't have to use that extended barrel. I will show you all the barrel attachments. You can either thread that barrel in with the included barrel that's already in this gun, or you can take that threaded internal barrel and put a regular shorter barrel that doesn't have the threading. You're going to find an under barrel rail accessory for adding accessories like a laser or tactical light. You'll notice the trigger and hammer are skeletonized, which adds to the tactical look. And you're going to find white dot sights front and back. Now they aren't really adjustable. There may be some fine tuning you can do with the front sight since you can actually unscrew it and remove it. That may allow you to move it a little bit from side to side, but there is a notch that the Allen key drops into. Now it does come in a basic cardboard box with the manual. So we'll just quickly show you some stuff here. So the manual, basic KP-17 manual. It's got a schematic here with the parts, list of them in a language you're not going to be able to read, but there's your English there. Okay, so a little parts list, some don'ts, right? Don't do these certain things with the X's, obviously. Then it's going to show you how to operate it a little bit here, right? Nice pictures, so a lot of pictures. Pictures with 1,000 words helps you figure out how to use this gun, right? Take out the barrel bushing, how to field strip it, remove the slide, remove the barrel, adjust the hop up right there. So it does have adjustable hop up, even shows you what the adjustments do. And again, you also have another parts list there. You do get a little box of basic airsoft BBs. I'm not sure what grain they are or gram, but probably something lightweight. Here's your extended barrels. Okay, so this is the barrel that you'd replace what's already in here because this barrel doesn't have threading. So it's got the nice end here, which allows for more accuracy. You'll notice both of these have that end. There's the threading for the barrel, and it just threads into there. So this is going to stick out, but this is what's going to allow you to have a higher FPS for import. Now you could maybe put some sort of mock suppressor, or I don't know what you'd want to put on there, but maybe something, because you're not going to want to shoot it like that. It doesn't look very good. But this will get higher FPS and allow for Canadian import. I suppose the CO2 magazine would also help get the FPS up a little higher for Canadian import, but they went with the gas mag and the extended barrel for this particular product. And when I do my testing, I'm going to probably check out, the extended barrel and the shorter barrel to see what kind of FPS we get with both. Just had to wait for the siren to end at some sort of a ambulance or fire truck go by. So here's that little Allen key that is for the front sight there. Just allows you to remove it. It's kind of nice just in case you do something to it or you want to replace it with something maybe a little more brighter that's not white dot, maybe some fiber optic sight. You do have this tool that allows you to remove the barrel bushing, and then this is actually for loading the magazine. This little notch helps you Essentially, it helps you pull the follower down so you can load the magazine a little easier, okay? So a little tool there. And then you have this extra barrel bushing. So if you want to replace this compensator barrel extension, you can just put a standard barrel bushing and remove that. Depends on what you want the gun to look like. And the box itself is very straightforward, just a brown box that has the model number on it. Hot, I think that means it's just a higher FPS version. I'm not sure why they put hot on there, but that's probably their way of identifying it, so you know which gun you're getting. Now, we've all seen 1911s in the past, so I thought I'd just compare it to another one. This is a KWC 1911 Airsoft pistol, the Elite Force. You know, other than the fact that it doesn't have the extended barrel, slightly different grips, but these are plastic grips on here, they're not metal grips. But you can see they both have the rails, and they've got all the nice, you know, serrations on the slides. They've got skeletonized hammers and triggers, you know, typically ambidextrous safeties, right? Working backstrap or grip safeties as well. White dot sights front and back. Again, the rails. This one just has the threaded barrel, so it makes it a little easier for putting some sort of a, you know, suppressor, mock suppressor on there or whatever. So a little bit different other than that, but you know, both very similar type guns. This one's obviously in black, then you have this sort of tan color here. I kind of like the KJWorks KP-16. I like the look of it a little bit better, but to each their own. So I just wanted to show you something. And again, both of these are Airsoft, but the KWC versions this one should come in a similar BB version as well. Okay, so at this point, we're gonna do a basic field strip. Not gonna get too involved in it. So to get you always have to take the magazine out, take the safety off so the slide will come back. You're going to want to line up this little notch there, and then you're going to want to push this out. I don't really have fingernails, so I'm going to push that out from the side, remove, right, the slide catch. Now the barrel or the slide comes right off, comes forward. At this point, I could take the spring out, which will make it a little bit easier to remove this part, which will let me turn this without a barrel bushing tool. So you don't need the tool if you take the spring out. Right, and then you can take, you know, this gun literally apart. This will come out, but I'm not going to take this out. But you could take the barrel right out of this gun, and that would make it. It does come out, trust me. Here, it's just that the thing is stuck in there a little bit. There we go. Okay, so once that's like that, you could take this out fairly easily. I'm just going to leave it in for now, but you can replace the barrel. Once this barrel is out, you can replace that internal barrel fairly easily. You can get at the hop up here, you can see, right? You got your hop up adjustment there. Makes that a little bit easier, okay? So let's put this all back together at this point. Make sure I do it right. Do it in the same order, obviously, makes it a little easier. Okay, I think that's right, there we go. Nice tight spring, got some serious blowback. Okay, so then that'll slide back. And then we just want to put this in the same place as we had it before. And just clicks in, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. Okay, put your mag in, it's off safe, there's no BBs in it. And again, you can see you have that red gas tube that allows for CO2, right, and green gas. Now, I haven't really done the walk around, so we're going to get nice and close here and let you take a look at this gun because it is really gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's like the fit and finish is excellent. So this is metal. These grips are metal. They feel real good. They do make the pistol grip a little bit wider, a little larger, and I find like 1911s do have fairly narrow grips typically. You'll see you've got the flared mag well here. Let's just see that now. So that allows for when you have the CO2 magazine. So typically you're not going to find that on a 1911. So that means that these grips are unique to this gun. So if you are going to put 1911 grips on here, you may be able to do so, but you're going to probably have to do some finagling or do some Dremel work on the underside of the grip to allow it to fit on there. So it is possible, but you know, a little bit difficult. You're probably going to want to stick with these grips anyways, right? So let's take a look at that magazine. So you've got your gas valve there for loading the gas. It is sort of a double stack magazine. It does hold, again, I think it's 24, 26 rounds. It is, what is it now? It's 26 rounds, so it's 26 BB, so it's going to be a double stack mag. Probably going to have a little bit of difficulty getting through all those rounds. I think you'll get through them all, but it is a smaller magazine. It's not going to hold a lot of gas. Okay, so you have this really nice compensator barrel extender, and it matches the coloration of this gun. You've got your white dot sight. You've got the venting on the top of the slide here. You got your 45 ACP, white dot sight in the back, skeletonized hammer, working backstrap safety, grip safety, whatever you want to call it, ambidextrous safeties, right? Skeletonized trigger, tan colored, it's almost like a tan green colored finish, nice Picatinny weaver rail, right? Really nice gun. I think this gun is gorgeous. I really like it. You know, the black highlights just really stand out. They look really good on this gun. All right, let's go over some of the pros and the cons. It's a full metal gun with really good weight to it. Literally everything's metal on this gun. The slide, the frame, even the pistol grips are metal. You're going to get really heavy blowback, full blowback operation, so it's going to feel nice. Usually with a 1911, the slide, the blowback is going to be a little slower than some other guns, which is true to a 1911. The slides seem to cycle a little bit slower. They're not quite as snappy as some other guns, probably because of the general weight of the gun. Also has a high capacity magazine. Even though it is sort of a single stack looking magazine, it does have the double stack that holds the BB, so that's going to hold a few more rounds than some other guns. And again, you're going to find that versatility with magazine options. You can either, use a CO2 mag or the one that came with this particular gun, which is a gas mag. So if you have CO2 mags or you require one, you can possibly use those, maybe get a little higher FPS. Obviously more shots per CO2 because the CO2 is going to go a lot longer. Probably going to get closer to 3 to 4 mags worth of shooting out of one CO2. I like the easy to see white dot sights front and back. There might be a little bit of tweaking you can do with that front sight if it's shooting left or right. Now there is sort of pocket that Allen key falls into that centers that sight. But I suppose you could kind of drill or Dremel that a little bit over to one side if it is shooting off and sort of move that front sight over just a bit to allow for truer left to right shooting. That is possible. And as you would expect, all the mechanical components are working just the same as they would on a real steel 1911, including the slide catch release, the safeties, the backstrap or grip safety, the magazine release. All of that works just like the real steel 1911. And it's nice that vented extended barrel compensator, it looks really good, but you can remove it if you want to make this gun a little shorter. If you want to make it more traditional looking, you can do that because it does come with the included barrel bushing. And again, you're going to get those different barrel options. So if you want to run the extended barrel, not sure why you would, but that does allow for easier import. You can swap out the barrel that's in there that has the threading with the non-threaded barrel, which will increase accuracy for sure because those threads on the end of that barrel will disrupt airflow and reduce the accuracy a little bit of the gun. So I'm not going to test the accuracy with the shorter barrel in. I'm going to test the accuracy with the long barrel in, so that barrel extension in, so we don't have that problem. When I do velocity, I'll test with the short and the long because velocity, we don't care about accuracy. We just want to see what the difference is going to be. All right, a few cons. The sights aren't really adjustable other than possibly that little hack I sort of mentioned that will allow for a little bit of windage adjustment. And if you do want to switch out the grips, which I personally would never do, I think these grips look really great, but if you do want to switch them out, it's going to be a little difficult because these are specific to this gun. Any actual 1911 grips might fit, but you're going to have to do some work on the inside to make them fit. All right, again, if you're interested in this product, it is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store over at replicaairguns.ca. I will put a link in the description. We don't have it in the US right now, but we do carry all kinds of products in both our Canada and our US online Replica Airgun stores over at replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US. So we have air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories in both of those online stores. Stay posted for my field test shooting video coming out shortly so we can find out how this gun performs. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care.